Welcome into the Cheeley Law Review. My name is Ben Burnett. My guest today is a client of the Cheeley Law Group, Samantha. Samantha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. As far as clients go, if anybody has any preconceived notions on who they are or what they look like, or it'll never be me, Samantha happened to find herself in a situation when she was about 30 years old and needed help of the legal system. Talk to me about how you grew up.
I grew up in Duluth. I've got two older brothers, a younger sister, a very close family, very active, athletic. I played basketball starting at the age of 5, all through high school. I was on the swim team, cross country, soccer. So I was very just athletic. And
Did you have time for anything else?
No, not really. It was just going to school, playing sports, hanging out with friends and family growing up.
What did you seek for higher education?
I went to, I went to Gainesville up in Athens. And then in high school, I was pursuing acting, modeling, commercial, print work. And I did that throughout my years of growing up, and my brothers did it as well. So I had the desire to go out to California. So my mom and my sister went out there with me because my dad was like, "You're not going cross country at 18 by yourself."
Not to that bastion of sin.
Right. So my mom and my sister and I, we would spend 3 months, 2 months out there, and then come back here. So I had an agent, was auditioning, and then my sister got into music out there, and so she started working with Disney and had a band. And so she really started pursuing it. And then I started getting into Pilates classes out there. And
that was before Pilates was what it is today.
Exactly. Yeah.
All those trends start on the West Coast, don't they?
Yes.
And it takes them about 10 years to get out here. And then people are like, "Oh, we've got the best Pilates studio in the country."
That's so true. It is. Yeah. Because I started going to Pilates, probably in 2004. My mom and my sister and I, we would go to classes 3 times a week, and I just ended up falling in love with it.
Oh, they can hurt you.
It's intense.
They hook you up to those machines. I mean, you hurt with muscles that have muscles that you didn't know you had.
Exactly.
So you come from a family, if you're telling me everybody's moved to Los Angeles to pursue modeling and acting and talent, you come from a family of pretty people.
Well, thank you.
What prompted the decision to come back to Georgia?
My mom and my sister, they ended up staying out there because my sister had a career with singing going on. And then the lady out in Brentwood out in California who had the Pilates studio, she was moving back here to open up a studio. So she said, if you ever want to come back to Atlanta, you can go through a 3-month course of getting your license. And so I just had the urge to do it. So I came back to Atlanta and got my certification and started teaching at 2 different Pilates studios here in Atlanta. And then I would still traveling back and forth to LA to support my sister because she was had shows throughout the U.S. So I would go out there as much as possible to support her.
So has she blown up and become famous?
Well, since COVID, she hasn't done anything now.
Yeah. So. That whole city kind of shut down. It still kind of partially is.
Yes. So I had clients out there as well and training here. And I just had the urge to go back out to LA.
What was your favorite part about doing what you do in Pilates? Did you feel like you had found your life's calling?
I did, yeah. I just love helping people and seeing people achieve their goals. So, yeah, I mean, helps you it's a full body workout. So.
Oh, I'm like Bob. I've done one. I'm not sure I can go back. He's a tougher man than I am.
You'll have to come take a class from me.
All right. You've sold me.
Yes.
What was the initial event in your life that caused you to seek medical treatment?
Well, I was here in Atlanta over the 4th of July of 2013. And I was staying at my brother's house at the time. And I was in his basement doing a workout video. And I was doing jumping squats. It was a rainy day, I remember that. And I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna go down and work out. And I felt my knee just pop. And it was all swollen. And I was having a hard time walking. So I iced it, did that for about a week or two. And then one of my friends who was a client of mine at the time, she was like, oh, you need to go see an orthopedic.
Which makes sense. Did the swelling subside?
Not really.
Yeah, because it was you tore your meniscus.
The meniscus.
Which is not one of it's a major. You definitely need it.
Yes, but it's not the ACL.
But it's not your ACL, and it's not your MCL.
Right.
What was the process like as you were evaluating having surgery?
Well, I was debating if I should do it or not, and the doctors who to go to, because I had a few people telling me to go to this doctor, go to a different doctor. So I ended up putting it off for a month, and it just kept getting worse, and I was ready. I couldn't do any kind of Pilates with my lower body, and so I was like, I just need to get this done, taken care of, and I'll be good to go.
So you went into an orthopedic surgeon to have your MCL repaired, which is in 2024, not unlike 2013, is a completely routine procedure that is done 100 times a day in the city of Atlanta.
Yes, yeah. And the surgery, I mean, it was just 20 minute. It was no big deal. And I was good. Totally fine after that.
Then you'd do it again.
Yeah, I would, yes.
We're going to pick this up in the next episode because Samantha's story changes in a pretty dramatic way. This has been another episode of the Cheeley Law Review.